All right. We're live here with the Seekers podcast for June the 23rd, 2024. And it's me and Dale. Oh, BC just showed up. That's good. Hey,
Hey,
BC.
BC.
What's up, y'all?
Oh, not much. We just kicked off the podcast. We just went live, and I just introducing that was live. Neil will join us probably about 8:30 or 8:45. He's working tonight, and as soon as he gets in, he's gonna jump on. He said, uh, "I guess I'm Wendell Hurricane Burrows, and I'm the co-host of the Seekers podcast. We're glad to have everybody here tonight." Our viewers and fans, and you got any questions or comments, just post them on here, and we'll try our best to answer them and go from there. And we'll just let Dale introduce himself, and then BC. Go ahead, Dale.
Hey, I'm Dale. I live up here at Heber Springs, Arkansas. Been a little hot to be doing anything outside here lately, but I've been out there trying. It's real slow around here. I hadn't heard any activities or even deer sign. I was telling Wendell earlier that even the deer aren't coming out. So I don't know what's going on there. I hope we get some activity soon. Anyway, I'm glad to be here. Better than an alternative.
Yeah.
Here.
Correct. I guess I'm BC Davis. I cover mostly like eastern Arkansas and a bit of western Woodruff County. I'm sorry, eastern Woodruff County, eastern White County, and western Woodruff County. And glad to be here.
All right. And I forgot to say where I was from. Most of my area is around central Arkansas, all the way from Conway all the way up to probably Marshall, the Buffalo River there, over to almost Morrilton. That's my general area that I cover. Me and Marcus, and around Mountain Views for Marcus. He may join us later, and like I said, we're waiting on Neil. Maybe he'll join us. Y'all got anything y'all want to discuss? Any activity? Dale doesn't say it's quiet around his place. Been quiet around here. I hadn't heard nothing. How about you, BC?
Not a thing. And no, two people I know that have had history in the past, on a regular basis, said it has been quiet for months.
Yeah.
So
since about March on, I ain't heard nothing, no encounters or nothing around here. We do have a new area that we're going to be focusing on, and we've been invited in for us to go check it out and everything. And we're looking to do that sometime this in July or first part of August. When he gets back, he's actually a Bigfoot researcher from the West Coast that moved here. His name's Todd Ness. He's invited us up there and got several areas there that we can check out and do some research, and if need be, we can use his farm as a base camp. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Not far from Marcus's area either, so I know that's just hop, skip, and a jump. So that should be activity along the Buffalo. And I've had several reports from last year along the Buffalo. So we'll try to get hooked up with him and go up there and see what we can see anyway.
Yeah, that's that same area that even a BFRO, that on their reporting site, they someone around there had said there was one of them in the water. It was like it was cooling off or something, and they watched it grab a tree limb and step up out of the water when they come up there to fish. And I think Todd said something about he was up in there looking into that, seeing if he could find that area.
Yeah.
Well,
I have a
beautiful area, that's for sure.
Report. It's on down from there, but it's within 10 minutes drive from where his farm is there at Ponca. I have a report. One of my church friends had a sighting there just almost in Ponca. But so that, if nothing else, we can go to there. That's in the national forest there where they had that, and we can check that out too while we're up there.
Yeah, I think there'd been quite a few reports north of there, about 30 miles too.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of activity up in there.
So always good to check out new areas and people that reports things. That's how we find out what's going on. And these creatures do move from areas, and we've seen, we can't prove it, but we know that forces that be, the National Park Services or whatever, we can't prove that they burn stuff or do stuff, but if there's a lot of reports being reported, all of a sudden there's a lot more ranger activity around them areas and whatever. It may be a coincidence, but next thing you know, then that area, just like we was talking before, there've been some reports around Conway of either a bear or squatch getting in dumpsters, and Dale said they had one in BB that was a bear. So whatever it was, even big game or Bigfoot can be in areas where there's what we consider cities or rural activity if they're moving through. So it's good to be able to move around the state and check out reports when you get them. Basically, that's our deal.
Yeah, the last thing I was told about, I don't know if I mentioned this to Dale or not. I know I mentioned it to you in a private message about the dogman sighting in Judsonia that took place along the railroad tracks.
Yeah.
Mid 60s. And this is, it was a lot more remote here. There was been a lot more land cleared out since then. So there was a lot of thick woods, and it was on the railroad tracks. And according to the eyewitness, it was around 10 feet tall. Just saying, that's what he told me. So just another weird thing that happens in this part of the world.
Well, that's around that same area where we found them big old 3-toed tracks. So
yep,
I can believe there'd be a dog.
Probably about 5 miles away, 5 miles separate.
Well, that's an excellent route for them to stay hidden. They can go through the railroad tunnels and the bridges that goes through there, and that's a good way to stay out of the sight of the public.
Yep. Just get under a bridge and just hang out there until the traffic has died out, and then they just bolt out running so they don't get seen.
Yeah, probably a lot cooler in there too, up in them big old concrete tunnels.
Yeah, it's been shaded. It stays in the shade all the time.
It's a show tonight. Yeah.
I had something happen to me interesting this past week. I had a there was a question posed on another website. I'm not going to say who, but this is a pretty popular podcast that they do all the time. And it's on out toward Nordic's direction, but this guy, got his feathers ruffled, telling me there was no such thing as infrasound. He said, according to all the experts. And I said, well, there ain't no experts. And I know there's infrasound. So, go ahead and have your opinion. I got mine, but I'm telling you, there's infrasound.
There's definitely infrasound, and there's all kinds of studies that big cats and elephants and possibly even whales do infrasound.
He told me that wasn't true either.
Really?
He really got his feathers ruffled to me. He kept on and on and on, and I was friends with one of the people. I've been on her friends list for a long time, and I finally just unfriended her just to get him out of my face. It was crazy. Hey there.
All right.
What's up, Barry?
How's it going?
Hey, Barry. Oh, it's going. We was just having a discussion about infrasound that turned into. I've personally seen the effects twice.
Mm-hmm.
It's something. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely something because these were two gung ho different people, and it completely changed them afterwards, and after being hit by infrasound.
Well, this old
I never
boy, he
been
went
hit
on.
by the best of my.
Yeah, but he went on to say that I couldn't say that about infrasound, and if I did, ought to get my friends to review it before I said anything like that. And I said, my friends have been there.
Yeah,
My peers have seen it happen. I said, so don't tell me that there's no infrasound. I was like, this is, I felt it myself. That time we went up there to, where is Area 2 or Mountain View, when I just came back and I just crashed. I crashed. I'd never been that sleepy before. It just wore out. And I thought,
that was that
that's,
area too.
yeah, that's very unusual for me. I've been hiking all day long, come back, couldn't keep my eyes open when I got back to camp.
Yep. And anytime I wish he might been on here tonight, but he hadn't emailed me back that he's going to. This guy went from being a guy that jumped and go into a cave, do anything you want and everything for 2 or 3 months. He was scared to death, looked over his shoulder, sick, everything from being hit with infrasound or whatever you want to call it. That's the best term that what I've looked at that is happening, and it's definitely something, and it's definitely real if you see it happen and occur to anybody.
Yeah, that's what I told the old boy. I said, we come back to camp one time, and about half of us come down sick. Some of them had to go home. I said, so, I don't know what you want to call it, but something happened to us.
Yeah.
I said, it's happened to just about every one of us. But you wouldn't think that particular person would have that opinion of all that. But hey, boy, he's a gung ho against it. That's for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think this is something else I just mentioned of Wendell, and I thought I had told him a long time ago, but down there at Hurricane Lake in November, I got back to the truck, sat on the tailgate, and I don't know if I experienced infrasound or some sort of mind speak because I sat down and I heard in my right ear, but the thing is, it was soft, but it wasn't like it was like outside my ear. It was almost like inside my ear, where it's like that growling, clicking noise that you heard if you've ever seen the movie Predator. I mean, that's the closest thing I can tell you it sounded like. And I just I just kind of froze up, like, what in the world was that? And I told Larry about it on the way out there, but I think it was a long time before I mentioned it to anybody else because, that's something I'm trying to sort through.
Right. We got a comment from Jay Fitz. Says my ex had infrasound, or she knew what I was thinking before I even said it. Not sure that's exactly infrasound, but it definitely occurs. Okay. Yeah, that's to the point there where some of them are saying that they can read thoughts and stuff. I hadn't had that personally happen, but I have with people where they finish their sentences and know what you're thinking before you even say anything. So I don't know if that's an example of infrasound or not, but that does occur that way.
Yeah. What really amazed me about that whole conversation, the original question was about woo. And I was like, well, I don't necessarily believe in woo. Haven't ever seen anything. I said, I don't see any lights or anything. And I said, I've never seen any of that. I said, I don't believe in portals. I don't believe that there are magical beings that can just disappear. I said, I think people use that about just disappearing as without. I just don't want to admit that their woodsman skills aren't that great. And boy, that set him off. But seriously, you know, that I could disappear in front of somebody out there with a gill suit and stuff on. So that, you know, it doesn't make me magical. But
Right.
anyway.
Only thing about portals, I wonder if that ain't what happens with 411, 411. These people that go missing without a trace.
Mm-hmm.
I wondered about portals. They go through something and can't find their way back.
I don't know. Well, it's like that little girl that disappeared up there at Devil's Den, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, this little girl could find her way back to the same cave over and over again every night, so she'd have water and stuff. But she got lost from the river to the campground.
Yeah.
So, you know,
it's 7 miles away from
yeah.
the campground.
I mean, if you look at that campground up there, you know, she left the river. I mean, your river's not going to change sides on you. You know, she left the falls there to go back to her campground. Her river would have been on her right side. And somehow or another, she couldn't find their camp 200 yards away, but she could find that same cave out there in the woods over and over again for 8 days.
Yeah.
You know,
And slept on grass in the cave. How much grass grows in a cave? There ain't no grass. Something took the grass in there.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can't wait to get out there and retrace that. That's going to be a blast.
Yeah. Sure will. That's July 13th and 14th our meet and greet. We're going to camp at the Redding campground, and then the ones that want to is going to go over to where this took place at Devil's Den. And then there's all sorts of stuff around the Redding campground that people can do. Look, everybody's invited. You got to pay for your own camp spot at Redding, but it's like $15 a night, and we're only going to be there for one night. But you could be there longer if you wanted to. Anybody, but it's we will arrive early Saturday morning, and then go from there.
I think we need to plan to go Bigfoot hunting up there by that watershed again too.
Oh yeah, I want to. I want to do an investigation there this fall, but I got to wait and see what in September what the hunting schedule starts. I want to get it before the hunting schedule, and somebody said it's starting the second weekend. If that's true, then that kind of ruined that in September, because you don't want to go anywhere on the Labor Day weekend. So, but we'll talk about that on the 13th and figure out what we're going to do. And then also, like I said, whatever happens at the Buffalo River area, what we find there, that may have to work in the schedule. And then we got a couple of deals that we're going to be having that area too. I'm not exactly sure. All right, Jason's here. Turner.
Hey, Jason.
He was supposed to come with us and help in the investigation we had at Mountain View, but ended up didn't come and had to work. And then I've got all the video for that, and it's locked on a phone that I can't charge up no more. So I don't know if that'll be 15 or not. I've still got to find somebody to be able to charge it up and get that video off.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
where
them,
everything was burnt.
them people that was coming from that other show, when is that going to happen, Wendell? You know what I'm talking about, the ones that we did the interviews on?
Yeah, probably I got to get with Neil, but that'd be the spring investigation, or if we want to have them come to that one in September. Either one, they said they could come to. I just got to let them know. And they're at Jerusalem, so they going to come to that or the spring one at Area 2.
I think Area 2 would be a lot more fun for them.
I do too, yeah.
Yeah.
And they definitely have a greater chance of witnessing a Bigfoot at Area 2.
I heard that. Swamp Stomper. I heard about that.
I didn't hear nothing about that.
That dog had hair like 4 inches long or something hanging out of his mouth when it came back.
I hadn't heard nothing about it.
Yeah, I can't remember who told me that the other day, or I saw something report or something on it. And but evidently that dog went after it and bit it in the leg or something, and had a mouth full of hair when it came back.
Huh.
They send it off to get tested.
That's what I was going to say. I'll have to research that. And now Katie's wanting to. Where was that at?
I can't remember. Swamp Stomper, you got any information on that?
Says at the Strawberry River.
Strawberry River, yeah.
I don't know where Heo is.
Heel? I've never heard of it.
Oh, I see up here. Jason sent a comment instead of his hello, he said hello.
Oh.
And then he rewrote it. Everybody else must be able to see the comments, but I got to post them on here before we can see them. Oh, Swamp Stomper answered back. North of Batesville.
Wow.
Thank you, Swamp Stomper. No, I hadn't heard nothing about it, but that'd be interesting too here.
Yeah.
He should post that on sightings northeast, shouldn't he, BC?
Yes, yes, please do.
Yeah,
Please do.
That's in the northeast part of Arkansas and everything there. So.
If you could, Wendell, just send him a link to the page.
All righty. Let's see. Don't know if I can do that or not on here. I may have to wait till I get off, but
yeah, I probably will. That's why I haven't done it. I figured you might have been able to do it, but I know I can't.
Let's see. Well, if y'all talk about something here, I'll see if I can load it and send it to him.
Yeah, I don't even know where I was reading that the other day. I saw it on something, and they talked about that dog having a mouthful of hair when it come back. I didn't even catch where it was from. But, that's pretty close to us. No, there's some pretty remote places right up there north of Batesville. That's where the big where you used to be, way up in the mountains up in there every year.
Quite a few caves as well.
Well, I posted the link, and that's why it come up there, BC. That's the link to your group. No,
okay,
but it don't say
that'll work.
But let me see if I can do the picture deal pretty easy. All right. Here we go. Add a present. Scan screen. There we go. That's where you need to share that
Yeah.
information, Swamp Stomper, if you got anything, or the Arkansas Bigfoot cartel too. Yeah, but I'll definitely be looking in on that, and if you got any more information, that'd be great. We'll be checking it out. We're always looking for new areas, and if we can help anybody at anything or anything that's going on like that. All right.
Barry, anything going up around your place lately?
Mom heard a few knocks. That's about it.
I ain't heard nothing around here on the Catter, and that's what I was saying earlier. It's been just dead quiet.
Yeah.
Katie asked, "Is that in Arkansas?" And Batesville. Oh, wrong one.
That's what, about an hour northeast from Heber Springs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Used to be the state capital of Arkansas at one time. Batesville did.
Yep, it was. University of Arkansas almost wound up there, but I guess Fayetteville outbid them or something way back when. And so
Yeah.
that's up there, not in Batesville.
Oh.
Okay.
I
Well,
hope so.
that could get into a deep conversation there, Katie. I kind of believe some of that because of my studies as them being descendants of Esau, and through the book of Enoch. I'll talk to you more about that off the air, but yeah, that's possible.
It'd be a good person to be backing you up, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. They get into the debate. What are they? Are they simple apes, or are they space travelers, or just exactly what they are? I believe that, and what I've studied is that their flesh and blood is as well as we are, but they're descendants of Esau and his wives that are from the giant bloodline, but it's still physical, just like Goliath. They didn't have no magical powers or whatever, but Goliath was killed with his own sword. So these could be, if had to, and have they killed? I believe they have, from the reports and things that I've seen and heard, all the way back to Leif Erik's report of them. It depends on which one you run into and what circumstances has happened to them the day before or whatever. Just like Dale's area with his mountain there. If you go shooting a bunch of air, they kind of get mad, don't they, Dale?
Oh yeah.
And that's just like any of us. Oh man, we got all kinds of questions all of a sudden.
Kind of
Okay.
question.
I guess commenting to Katie's question about that they have a role on our team in the end times.
I don't know. I'm thinking as intelligent as they are, they might just stand back and watch us all eliminate each other,
Possible.
and then they'll have themselves once more. Yeah.
I think everything and everybody has a role in the end times.
Yep. You're going. Everything will have to choose a side, one way or another. I don't know what she's commenting there. See, let me back up, see if I missed one.
Come on up to area 2, Katie.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. If you ever make it to area 2, that's the I'd say every time I'm 90% sure that you will have an event with a Bigfoot if you're there. And we was pretty like that with Sillamore until they burn it. And once they burn it, we've got all kinds of reports from outside of the forest and around Mountain View and up by 56 where they've had activity now. So it seems like when they burnt it, they just moved.
Yeah, they run them all different directions.
Yeah.
Well, we saw the tracks later on where they had left the area.
Yeah.
Across the road down into where they were. It wasn't burned, and that was a shame. That's my favorite spot too. I will say, Katie, be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, we've had a little bit too close an encounter, but I'll be prepared next time.
Yeah. I won't be so your arm next time. What?
Oh, here it is. I'll see. About the hair that was found. That's definitely a good sample if they'd have it sent off. I may just be able to show the picture of it, but here we go. I'll show you all the picture, and I mean it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Tom.
Yeah, that's the one I read the other day.
Oh, so.
It's on the Bigfoot Research Group of Arkansas. And it goes into telling about all the story and everything there. I'm sorry I can't post a direct link there to it, but you can check it out and become a member of that group. And I'll definitely be reading more about all that. That looks interesting.
Oh, see, just what is matter to you? Huh?
Question for Dale from Katie. I'm assuming she's asking about intuition, or that they figure out what we're doing or what we're saying is just intuition. Yeah, it says intuition below.
Yeah. I think they're a whole lot smarter than people give them credit for sure.
I'm from what we've seen. I know that.
Yeah, Katie, them things. When Wendell and I and what is it, Braden?
Brayton, yeah.
Yeah, we were out there, and them things. There was no way that those things could have just done that by accident. That was a planned attack, planned ahead of time.
Yeah,
They
and they
had
worked.
they had to have met up somewhere out there in the woods and said, "This is what we're going to do," because they were working in unison too well. So it's I think they understand everything about us.
Yeah, Katie, for the Area 2 investigation be sometime in January. We usually do that we're actually got two scheduled for there, but one is probably in December, and it's going to be a advanced team only that we go in there. And me and Dale knows we're probably going to try to camp across the creek, Dale. I've got 5 people that wants to camp across the creek, and I said, I don't know, but I ain't gonna sleep all night. I know that much.
No, they won't let us sleep all night. That's for sure.
But
that
was one of the reasons we was trying to get a hold of Robert Brom, but he's not doing Bigfoot investigations anymore. He's working in Utah, so. But yeah, Katie, January for Area 2 that we will camp at our normal base camp and everything, be able to and invite everybody there, and we're definitely going to be prepared. If you come, don't leave unless it's a dire emergency. When you have a group of people there, that it's a lot safer at Area 2 than. There's just 2 or 3. That's all I'm gonna say about that. All right. She asked another question. What's the temps there in January? This last time, it was around 35, 40, up to about 70 in the daytime. But you never know in January. You just have to wait and look at the weather for them weekends and plan from there.
Oh, say hi to everybody. Say hi to everybody, Bocephus.
Hi, Bocephus. Huh. Yeah, that's a hound dog, all right.
Yeah, he's bloodhound.
Awesome.
I'm the baby. I'm the baby.
Oh, he's the baby. Yeah. How's Mom doing, Barry?
She's doing all right. She's got to have iron transfusions this week.
Huh. That's a going thing, must be. There's several people that I know that's going to have this within a week or so. That's weird.
They even told me mine's a little bit low, not low enough to get transfusions. Wanted me to start taking a multivitamin.
Huh. Buttworm said he had a Kentucky blue tick for years. Anything's good when you're out there and they is your research partner with you. I'm just sure glad Cole was there the night that Area 2.
Yeah. Here, Cole. Say hello. He's like, you kidding me?
I don't take him out with me because I'm afraid something happened to him.
Right.
I asked for it. Gosh.
There he is.
Hey, Cole. Yeah. Someone else told me to invite William Lunsford. I think it was Robert Taylor.
I know that name. I can't place who that is. I've heard that name a lot.
He's welcome to come. Yeah, I know that name too. During our meet and greet in July 13th, we're going to try to hash out all the details and figure out what all we're doing this fall and spring. It looks like it's going to be a busy investigation season between now and March of next year. Looks like we're going to have to try to do about 4 investigations, and we usually do 2 a year, but everything going on and the new places we're hearing about and everything. So we'll definitely be busy. 1 in September, 1 in December. That's a private deal, all just us, and then our normal January one, and then our March one is still open. Marcus has got to get back with us, see what is going on there. Possible the Buffalo River area there. That'd be a good time. It'd be all coming alive there at Buffalo in March for a full weekend investigation. But we'll just have to wait and see. We'll let everybody know after July 13th and 14th.
Mom wants to know what kind of dog yours is, Dale.
He's a Belgian Shepherd.
Belgian Shepherd.
That's a Squatch dog.
Both of them are good, fine dogs. The Bloodhound's a good hunting dog. I'm sure I've seen Cole work, so I know what he does.
Yeah, nothing's going to come into the camp.
And what? A feist. Feist. She had a feist, was a hunting dog. I've never heard such a thing.
Feist? Really?
Yeah.
They're kind of small, aren't they?
Yeah. Bo Stevens knows how to hunt Sasquatch. Hey, Bo Stevens, listen. Whoop, whoop.
He knows, just like Cole, he knows what the whoop means. Yeah, I've always wanted to meet Keith Crabtree there, Jay. I've talked to him several
He's the guy
times.
from
Falk. He was the
Falk,
one
yeah.
that did the original Boggy Creek Monster. He was the monster in the movie.
Really?
I thought he was the guy, the boy.
Oh, he might have been. I thought he was the monster.
I thought he
Anyway,
was
he was.
at the beginning. He says, it scared me then, it scares me now.
Huh. Okay.
I've got that
I'm
DVD somewhere.
I stand corrected then. But I knew he had something to do with all that and everything. Seemed like a cool guy. Big guy.
Ow! It's my hand, dog.
Yeah, I thought he was, Jason.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Was
thought
the
he
other
was.
Crabtree's a kid?
I don't know
Smokey
now.
maybe or something like that?
Yeah, Smokey. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm thinking you're right. I'll have to do more research now. Got me wondering. And same, normally every time we plan up a event in March or in February, it's the same time as his monster camp out. Are we there? Okay, Smokey's his uncle. All righty, that makes sense. But anyway, every time I've thought about going down there to the camp out, we've had an investigation going on.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a long question.
Oh. Oh.
That'll be a question for our viewers, Katie. No, I ain't got no contacts up there. But maybe with somebody's watching in a comment here if they've had any activity up there. Yeah, we're looking forward to seeing you too. Hope everything goes good where you make it out in January. Well, it'll be either January or early February, and or late February. That's usually when we go. Dale's birthday is in February. One of them times, whatever the best weather is, we'll work it in and we'll post it and on our group message, and then also on the Arkansas Bigfoot Cartel. Arkansas Bigfoot Hunting Club, Arkansas Bigfoot Project, and Northeast Arkansas Sightings, and Bigfoot Reports of Arkansas. We'll be on there.
Ow. Killing me, dog. I know.
How's she putting him back up?
We got a question here. It says, are we scheduled or any of us to be at any conferences, or we know any conferences that's going on? Not yet. I've been contacted about the Arkansas Bigfoot conference, but it's not set in stone yet. Sometime in October, they're wanting to have the Arkansas it'd be the same place it was at Enola, Arkansas. It all worked out. But, other than that, I hadn't heard if one at down at Blue Line's going to have theirs this year or not at the Zip Line down by Mena. Everything's still earlier in the year. They'll probably wait about July to start posting that. Has any of y'all heard of any conferences around in y'all states or areas?
Yeah, I just got
Not that I've heard of.
the Kai Mitchie conference down there in Oklahoma.
Right.
I was
Kentucky has one in November. Up towards the end of November, I think, around Thanksgiving. Cryptic. It's in Lexington.
I've heard about that actually. Yeah. How did that conference go, Dale? You were just at? How did the conference go that you was just at? I know we've talked about it, but nobody's here on our fans heard about it yet.
I was just a little bit disappointed. I mean, they had some pretty good speakers there, but you know, I was going to pick up some T-shirts for about half a dozen people, you know, for the conference, and I didn't see a single T-shirt with that on it anywhere. These T-shirts that we've been buying here lately were a lot better quality, and they turned all the T-shirt sales over to the vendors, and so there wasn't anybody advertising the conference. It was all individual stuff, and I'm like, well, I can get better T-shirts at home, you know. So I stayed for about half the conference. I missed out on Robert Kreider. I really wanted to listen to him because he's very knowledgeable about everything. And but I had to leave early, so I just went ahead and right on to the house.
Right. Talking about T-shirts, I've been trying to order one for Barry, and my card that my debit card is the one they put money on when you order something, so I can't order something with it. And then my dad's debit card's the one I use when I have to use a different card, and they says his is not a legitimate card because he ain't got a name. He's got just the initials W and H. And when I enter that, they say that's not a legitimate card. And I said, well, I know it is. I'm looking at it, and I know there's money on there. So I may have to get with you, Dale, and give you the money and order the shirt for Barry.
Oh, okay. All righty. No problem.
I'll come over and we'll do that. I don't know. I'll get with you and figure that out. Katie says whatever time we have at one, she'll make it. She should make it, and then she says too much going on here and some lousy metal crap slowing me down. I've been dying to get there. Well, we've been looking forward to seeing you. Hope we do.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely area too. If Kim was on here, the other Jason, she could tell you how stuff happens there.
That's a little bit too close.
Yeah.
Like probably 10 foot away from Wendell.
Yeah. And behind me. And I was looking at the one that was 40 feet, maybe 50 feet in front of me on the heat thing. And then if it hadn't been for Cole, I would have got.
Yep. And if I would have been pushing the record button,
yeah,
we would have had one heck of a good bit of evidence there. But it was a whole lot going on in a real short time.
Yeah. They're unbelievably fast, and to go through the woods like that, is what I just sit and think about it, and how quick it seemed. Now, our friend Nordic Thunder, he said something that may make sense to that is, and I told him no, I didn't completely follow it all the way through the woods because it was moving so fast and stuff was happening. But where it would get to, he said maybe it was possibly there was even more than what we thought. We thought there was 6 or 7, and they was moving that fast from spot to spot. But maybe there was another one here when you'd move. You know, that might have just been going to it and then got behind a tree, and then this stood up over here. So if that's the case, we had it like up to 14. But to me, they was just moving that fast, and you couldn't keep on them through the woods till they stopped. So. But it was amazing, scary.
Well, a lot of them there. We were keeping a steady contact on them with the flares and stuff because we wanted to know where they were at, and they were just like standing around on the roads. And that one like got Wendell come up over the cliff. Weren't expecting that.
Katie's got another, but they injured no one, right? Yeah, it ended up that way. If you'd been hit by one of the rocks that was coming in, you would have definitely been injured, and it's a scary situation.
Yeah, I watched the one that Colt intercepted coming into camp, and I was watching it on the FLIR as it turned around and backhanded Colt out across the woods. And Colt's a pretty good sized dog. And he come back into camp limping real bad, but he's okay now. But it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, it could have.
That's why I don't take Bocephus with me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm content to live and let live. If they laid a finger on my dog, it'd be a whole different story.
Yep. Well, I'll say, well, if I knew that one was behind me 10 foot, then it would have been a different story. But the ones that was coming in front of me, if they'd made it another 10 foot, I mean, that's as close as I've ever come to actual, this is it, I'm going to have to fire a weapon at one. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to do that other than my own personal safety, but they hadn't come up the bluff behind me, and I didn't know nothing about it. If it hadn't been for Colt, I think it would have got me. That's just that close. Normally they just bluff charge you and turn and leave, but
I don't think that was bluff charge, Wendell.
I don't either.
I think they were dead serious about it.
Well, the one I think I saw behind the house here a few years back, he ran the other direction. If he'd have come towards me, I'd have never known what hit me. Because he wasn't about 15 feet away from me when he took off. I didn't have so much as a toothpick on me to defend myself. I was just walking along the fence line in the backyard. And bam. Like I said, I never knew he was there till he moved, whatever it was. That goes back to what Dale said about their woodcraft. They don't have to be invisible. They can just make you think they are.
Yeah. Things are quick. Yeah, I was looking at we had two of them standing down on the road about 100 yards from us. And I was just actually standing there at the edge of the darkness, watching those two, making sure they were still there. And Colt comes out of the tent. He's all tooth and hair. I mean, he is going after something. And I just swung around, and this thing was coming right at Wendell, and Colt right on his back legs, or on the back of its legs, on its knees, was just chewing the devil out of this thing. And this thing was like, whoa, what's this? And it turned around and leaped back off of that cliff and just turned around and went whack and hit him and just knocked him rolling out across there. I'm like, I wasn't going out to see how he was because I didn't know where they were. You know, he come back in limping pretty bad, but tell you what, that could have ended bad. It was ended bad anyway.
It's a freaking spider crawl. You hear people talking about them doing. Think something that big can get down on its hands and feet and crouch and crawl on like a spider and sneak up on you.
Oh yeah, they spider crawl. Neil, if he had made it here, his first encounter was with one spider crawling like that, and it's freaky and scary to see one doing that. And it's just the same kind of military training as a military person would do to crawl through field or grass field or jungle or whatever. But
elbows and knees,
yeah, they can do it, and you never even know they're there.
Yep. Well, you know, you get to you get the forgetting about their abilities. You know, who would have thought one would come up over the cliffs at you? You know, that
Yeah,
just
but we think about it before. In them giant pines there was one that was up in the pine when we pulled up there and shaking it when there was no wind and all the women got out of the vehicle. I don't know, that's about 3 investigations ago. And all of them, they was the first one noticed it. What's making that? And then Clint and me and you was up there closer than Neil. And as it jumped out of the tree and down off that bluff, so we know they come up that way. So we should have thought about it, but we didn't. I didn't.
yeah, it was somebody. I think it was Neil that yelled, "They're stalking us from above."
Yeah.
Whoa.
And now that we've seen that at Sylamore where they made them 2 big nests in them trees across from each other, we know what more to look for now. I guarantee you there's some of them at area 2, and we never paid attention of them.
No, never did. Like sentry positions, you know.
Yeah.
Bird nests. Boy.
We lost BC somewhere.
Yep.
I saw a thing down here behind the house the other day. Looks like something was made a nest up in the trees between a couple of them, or like a natural hammock or something.
That's what this is.
Yeah.
It's
Look and see if there's another one in line with it somewhere, Barry.
Yeah, we kind of figured out they're hunting from that. They're when game goes in between them, there's some on the ground that they're telling or conveying how to move to get the game. They're our best guess of how they're using these 2 hammocks or nests or whatever you want to call them.
I got me a pair of night vision goggles, but everything's so green right now. All you see is leaves and more leaves.
Oh, yeah. That made me think I'm looking for my stuff. My daughter-in-law has been in here cleaning up. Yeah, I still got my new night vision Dale got me. And I'm kind of hooked, though, now on that thermal.
Mm-hmm.
After seeing that night.
I might get me one of them.
Have you heard any more from the other Todd?
Ness or Todd?
I mean Jonathan. I'm sorry.
Oh, Jonathan.
Yeah, he's building a new camera tower, and we had we had that camera tower up there that had all the TV and everything. That was just incredible.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It's kind of like a huge force field, with all that infrared going everywhere. And I think that was part of the reason why we didn't see anything. But he's building a new system of cameras that is their motion detection, but it's thermal. It's not infrared.
Really?
Yes.
That'd be
that
amazing.
is going to be a game changer.
Yeah, it will.
But
no, he told me he's working on a new project, but I didn't know what it was or nothing.
Yeah, he found some place that's got these like the beta version of the thing coming out, and he said he's probably going to work on some kind of deal for testing so they could get part of the equipment for free.
Yeah,
but all those cameras are thermal switches on them. I mean, that's how they turn on. They see something out there and they turn on.
Awesome.
And I think, boy, no infrared, them things are going to catch a bunch of stuff. But
Katie's dog is 105 live Roddy Rottweiler, I guess. Yeah, definitely are good guard dogs, and everything. While we've had them out there, they're good. I mean, but the only deal is like Barry was saying, if they have a close encounter, you never know what is going to happen because the dog's going to protect the owner, and one of them has definitely been known to eliminate dogs before.
Oh.
Well, we went over our hour mark. I'm gonna let each of you have any comments y'all want to comment or anything that's coming up or you want to talk about, and then we'll sign off. We'll start with you, Dale. Anything you want to say?
Well, all I can say is, you guys got any reports? I don't think you're going to sound crazy. Just tell somebody. I said there's a lot of us out here. Wendell is open to everything he can hear about them, and so am I. We're easily connectable by the different websites we're on, and we're looking forward to hearing some reports from people. Just let them come on in.
That's right. Barry, you got anything you want to say?
Same thing up here in Kentucky, Central Kentucky, Harrison, Scott, Bourbon, Grant, Pendleton, Robertson counties. Anybody wants to contact me, I'm willing to listen. I'm not going to laugh at anybody. Other than that, good night and God bless.
All right, Barry. BC.
Well, hopefully I'll have something to contribute one of these days. It's just so dang quiet around here. But until next time, God bless everybody and take care.
Yeah, same here. We'll be looking for any of your comments or anything like
Mom.
that. Hey, Mom, how are you?
Hey.
Jason, thank you for tuning in, and Katie, and all our fans tonight. It was good talking to everybody, and good to see Josephus and Cole. I did talk to Donald Cowboy. He's going to be there the 13th and 14th and bring Hobo. That'd be awesome. So, well, until then, we'll see y'all again around July 23rd. We have some posts from the 13th and 14th on our Facebook page, and everybody's invited to the meet and greet. They can come out. It's the Redding Campground. We'll be there. Neil will probably be there Friday, but we'll be there by 10 o'clock Saturday morning, and then we'll inform everybody of the events and things you can do. And we'll be taking a trip over to Devil's Den, which is about 35-40 minutes from our actual campground, and checking that area out. And look forward to seeing everybody that wants to come out. Y'all have a good month, and we'll see you around the 23rd. God bless everybody.